All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good week. Almost to the end of it, right? Yeah, we'll dive right into the quote today. Jess, the program director, shared this one with me, and I think it is a fantastic reminder. I really love this one. It says, your diet isn't only what you eat, it is what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and the people you hang around. Pay attention to what you feed your soul, not just your stomach. I'll go ahead and read it again. I know it's a little longer, but I think it's worth it. Your diet isn't only what you eat, it is what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and the people you hang around. Pay attention to what you feed your soul, not just your stomach. I think this is a fantastic quote, right? We as humans absorb so much. And a lot of times people just think, okay, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating my salads, I'm drinking water. And not that that's a bad thing, right? You want to take care of your physical health for sure. But what else are you ingesting? What kind of energy are you pulling in? What kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? Um, is it positive or is it negative, right? And in a time right now when there is so much negativity out there, how much of that are you pulling in? How much of that are you absorbing and ingesting for yourself, right? So I think this is such a good reminder. I know a lot of people talk about like holiday eating and trying to stay healthy and avoid the cookies. Well, are you avoiding the gossip that happens maybe at a family party? Or are you avoiding the negativity and the stress that might be coming with a hectic season, the end of a hectic year? What are you pulling into your body? What are you allowing in? So I think this quote is a fantastic reminder that, yes, of course, we need to feed our physical bodies and feed them well, have our fruits, have our vegetables, drink our water. But what are we doing for our mind, for our emotions? What are we ingesting that's feeding that part of our soul, right? And I think we do that every day here, right? With the mindfulness, it's allowing us to absorb a little bit of calm, a little bit of peace, right? We try to let go of some of that negative thoughts or the negativity that might be trying to get into us, and we reset. We fill up our own cup with something positive, something good. So we'll keep doing that today, right? We'll start off with our gentle stretches as we always do, and then we'll feed our souls a little bit with that mindfulness. And then hopefully followed up with like a fruit and vegetable at lunch, right? All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get to our starting position. We'll continue to take care of our physical bodies as well as our mental, our spiritual, our emotional, all the other parts that make up our soul. So let's go ahead, let's have a good Thursday and come along. All right, you guys, go ahead, come on to that starting position. I've got a little tea to feed the physical body, but it's in another Christmas cup that's feeding my emotional body. For me, I celebrate Christmas, a cup of the season, if you will. All right, go ahead, come on into your beginning position. Have your feet flat, your knees are bent, feel your hips heavy, rooting down into the chair beneath you. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen that spine here, relax the shoulders down. We'll start as we always do with 3 deep breaths. I invite you to close the eyes here as we inhale through the nose, pull the breath in. Exhale, open mouth, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead, open those eyes. Come on back into the space that you're in, and we'll get going with the stretches. So we'll start as always with our legs, our lower extremities. Go ahead, bring them straight out in front of you as best as you can. Still got the bear slippers on, and we'll start to move the ankles here, taking the toes back and forth. Good, just drawing those toes away from the body and back in, away and back in. Nice job, you guys. Just getting some motion here, get that blood flowing. Start to stir the energy a little bit. And keep in mind, as always, if you're unable to see physical motion in the body, I invite you to close the eyes and see if you can watch as the body moves energetically. Right? So pairing that intention, pairing that visualization with the action. And of course, keep that breath flowing. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, keep those legs nice and long, but now you can rest your heels down on the ground. We'll flex our toes back in towards the body. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, gently reach down in the direction of your toes. And maybe you're just reaching in that direction. Perhaps your hands come to your shins or even around your knees. Just listening to your body. Right? Feeding the soul as much as you are the physical body here. What feels good? And then breathe. Breathe into sensation. Notice what's happening in the back of the legs. Maybe the calves or the hamstrings. Softly in with the breath. Softly out. Good. Easing into this posture. Easing into this moment. When you're ready, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, come on back up towards seated. Nice job, you guys. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Have your knees bent, hips heavy. We'll take that breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice job, you guys. All right, we are going to get into our inner thighs here. These are our hip adductors. So we'll gently draw our knees in opposite directions here. Just softly opening up the inner thighs, right? Pulling the legs in opposite directions. You can use the muscles of the hips and the legs to do that. Or if available, using a hand or maybe a forearm, just to add a little extra pressure here. Right, deepening the stretch ever so slightly. And then coming back to the breath. Relaxing the shoulders. Easing into sensation. Not forcing anything. Continue to move the breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Awesome job, you guys. Let's go ahead and take another breath in here. And then exhale, slowly draw those knees back together. Come on back towards midline. Awesome job, you guys. We'll take our breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. So good. All right, getting into the back of our hips now. So we'll come back to that starting position. Have your legs, feet, everything heavy below the waist. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, take a breath in, and then we'll start with our right leg, drawing that knee up into your body here, gently squeezing it into the torso, and then breathing, right? Breathing into sensation in the back side of the right hip. Now you can stay here in this position, or if it feels good in your body, cross this leg over the opposite one. And then continue to gently pull that leg in towards your chest, right? Continuing to ease into sensation, breathing into this moment. I'm just trying to soften. Let go of any tension you don't need and listen to your body. Good. Go ahead, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly release, let that leg go. Awesome job, you guys. We'll switch sides once more. Sit up tall, breathe in. And then we'll bring our left leg up into the body here. Good. So once again, gently pulling it into your torso. You can stay here in this position, breathing into the back side of the hip again on the left this time. Or if it feels good in your body, bring this leg over the opposite one. And then again, notice, right? Notice what's coming up. Notice what you feel. Maybe notice what you don't feel, right? No right or wrong here. Just listening to the body, honoring the sensation. Another breath in. And as you exhale, slowly release, let that leg go. Nice job, you guys. Let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. So good. All right, we are done with our legs here, lower extremities, so we'll move on to our trunk. So once again, come back to that starting position, have your feet flat. Ooh, there is like a huge bird outside my window, and I'm not sure what it is. That is gorgeous. So easily I get distracted. Okay, come on back to the starting position. Feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy and grounded. Take the spine nice and long. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently twist over to the right. Now I can't see the bird, so I won't be distracted. All right, hands come to a position of your choice. Maybe the leg, maybe the chair. Continue to breathe here. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently deepen the twist. Maybe gaze comes over the right shoulder. Continue moving the breath softly in, softly out. Listening to your body, honoring sensation. Take another inhale. And exhale, slowly. Come on back towards center. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead and even it out. We'll lengthen through the spine as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, gently twist over to the left. Again, bringing the hands to a position of your choice. Ooh, it's back. I can see it now from this position. It's got like these crazy blue feathers with some white. I'm not an ornithologist. I think that's a bird expert, but this one is big and pretty and clearly distracting. Okay, keep breathing. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently twist a little deeper. Maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder. And then just continue to breathe. Breathe into sensation. Ease into the twist. Good. When you're ready, take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly. Come on back through center. One of the challenges of working from home, right? All the distractions out there. Between the birds and the Amazon delivery guys, it's hard to stay focused. But that's the practice of mindfulness. Okay, come on back to the starting position. Let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome job, you guys. Keep those feet exactly where they're at. We're going to keep our legs and the lower half of our body heavy. Start to round forward. We're going to open up the low back here. Hands can come down to the feet, maybe the floor if that feels okay. And then just start to notice what you feel in the low back, right? Muscles of the lumbar spine begin to soften. Gently stretching away from one another, opening up the body. If it feels okay, you can continue to release the weight of the head forward, further opening up the back body. But if there's any restriction or compression, just back off a little bit, right? Maybe even your elbows come to your knees. Just finding a place that feels best for you in this moment, where you can breathe into sensation and ease into the stretch. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly roll back on up towards seated. Good. Give yourself a minute here. Let the spine come back in line. Allow your blood pressure to settle. And when you're ready, take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into this space, and then we will open up the front of our body here, right? So across the chest, returning to that starting position. Lengthen through the trunk here. Sit up tall. Take a breath in. And then we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we're just trying to open up the front of our body here, broadening across the chest, broadening across the collarbone. Now, as always, several options. Depending on the height of your chair, you can take your spine up and over. My chair here at home is a little higher, so I'm just going to push my shoulders into the back of it and then pull the front of my body forward. So there's a rounding through my back body here. My heart and belly button are reaching towards the front of the room, or towards the camera, I should say. And then arms maybe come to either side. Maybe your gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Keep that nice and gentle. You don't want to crank your neck back, right? Keep the blood flow, keep the airflow going. And then keep breathing, right? Breathing into the abdomen, feeling all the muscles of the belly, around your chest, getting into the pecs, and then up into the neck and the throat. Good. Feeling an expansion with every inhale and a softening with every exhale. Nice job, you guys. Moving the breath here. Feeling into sensation. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, 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 come on back up towards seated. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take that breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice work. All right, we are done with the trunk, so let's get into our arms, our upper extremities here. We'll start with flexion at the shoulder, right? So anywhere within this range is going to be considered flexion. Make sure you listen to your body and honor the sensation. You always have a couple options with the hand grips. If able, bring your fingers in between one another, or you can cup your hands, or you can use the strength of one hand to support the other. You can also do all of this with just one arm, so entirely up to you. Come back to that starting position. Take the hand grip of your choice, and then as you inhale, gently lift those arms up and away from the body. Nice job, you guys. Breathing into this posture, try and keep your spine nice and long. Now, if your hands are overhead, make sure there's no pinching or any forcing. And if you need, just back off, right? It doesn't matter how high your arms go, as long as you feel and breathe into the sensation in your body. So maybe they're at shoulder height, maybe they're just up off the lap. That's okay. Again, no right or wrong. Breathing into this moment, breathing into sensation. If you need to back off for a little bit, feel free. And then as you inhale, maybe you reach a little higher, maybe you deepen the stretch, or maybe not. Whatever is best for you. Wherever you're at, take another inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly lower those hands down. Nice job, you guys. Let the shoulders be nice and heavy here, and we'll take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So good. Okay, we are going to get into our shoulder blades. So scapular glides. For you guys that are at the program, in person, go ahead and put your hands on the tables in front of you. You can use that flat surface. For those of you at home, I'm going to turn to the side and show you what it looks like. Now, if you have a table or a flat surface, I recommend placing your hands on top. It's just going to offer a little support. Obviously, I don't have that here in this room, so I'm going to pretend. Feel free to pretend along with me. We'll take our hands onto our real or imaginary table and then slide them up and away from the body. And what we're trying to do here is just get a little motion in the shoulder blades, right? So if you need to feel the difference, pull those shoulder blades in towards one another, right? Squeeze them into the middle of the back, and then take them away from each other, moving them around the rib cage. Good, and then come back to the breath here, smooth and steady. Continue taking those fingers up and away from the body as you move the shoulder blades up and around the torso. Ease any tension, let go of any clenching in the jaw. When you're ready, take another deep breath in, pull those arms a little further away, and then exhale slowly, slowly. Come on back towards seated. Nice job, you guys. Bringing those shoulder blades back to the back of your body here. We'll return to our starting position, and let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome job. All right, we're gonna get into the back of our shoulders now. So feet are flat, legs are heavy, grounding towards the floor. Lengthen the spine here, take a breath in, and then we'll bring our right arm up and across. Good. Now, as always, you have a couple options here. One, just taking that hand away from you, crossing over the center of your body. Two, you can bring your hand to the opposite shoulder, give it a little support, and then give it a gentle tug. Notice what you feel over here. Third and final option, if available, using your free hand to gently cross that arm across your body. Good. And then again, come back to that breath. Notice what you feel here. If there's any pain or any forcing, just back off a little bit. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly lower, let that arm go. So good. We'll just go ahead and switch sides. So once more, sit up tall, breathe in. And then we'll bring our left arm up and across. Same options. One, reaching that hand away from you. Two, grabbing a hold of the other shoulder for a little support. Three, if available, using that free hand to gently hug the arm in across the chest. Good. Try and keep your spine nice and long here. Keep the breath moving smooth and steady. Again, if there's forcing or pain, back off a little bit. But just listen to your body. Do what feels best for you today. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, take another breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Release those shoulders. Let them be heavy. Awesome work, you guys. All right, let's get into some shoulder rolls. Release any last bit of tension. We'll take those shoulders up to the ears and back down. Up to the ears and back down. Nice job. Just letting this feel like a little mini massage here. Making sure to go both directions. Just releasing any extra tension, any extra holding. Try to let it all go. So good, you guys. When you're ready, come on back through center. Lengthen back up through the spine. We'll return to that starting position. Feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, we'll gently drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Nice job, you guys. And just start to soften into the stretch, soften into the posture. Let the eyes be heavy, maybe even close them. Let the weight of the head pour over towards the floor. Just allowing the left shoulder to drop as you breathe into the left side of the neck. Allowing the tissues to soften. Watching, feeling as the muscle melts around the bone. And continuing to breathe. Softly in, softly out. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, take another inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly come on back up towards seated. Awesome job. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, gently drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Good. Again, allowing everything to be heavy. Let your head and your shoulders drop down towards the floor. Easing into the stretch. As you breathe into the right side of the neck this time. Watching, feeling as the muscles soften. Tissue slowly stretching away from itself. And continue moving the breath. Releasing a little more with every cycle of breath. Softly in, softly out. When you're ready, take another inhale. And as you exhale, slowly begin to drop the chin down towards the chest. And then just start to make small circles here with the head and the neck. Watching, feeling as the stretch moves through all corners of the cervical spine, wrapping around the entirety of the neck. When you're ready, make sure to switch directions, reversing the rotation, evening out the stretch, and continuing to breathe into sensation. As you're ready, slowly come on back through center. Bring your head back in line with your spine. Once more, we'll return to that starting position. So have your feet nice and flat. Feel your hips, your legs, everything in the lower half of your body heavy, rooting towards the floor. Lengthen through the spine. Sit up nice and tall as you relax your shoulders. And we'll finish just as we started with 3 deep breaths. I invite you once more to close the eyes here as we inhale through the nose, pull the breath in. Exhale, open mouth, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. And that ends our stretches for today. So thank you guys so much for joining for that portion. If you hold tight, I'm going to get set up for mindfulness over here. So I'll be with you in just 1 second. Thanks. All right, you guys, let's get this set up here. It's not quite the elevating desk that I have in the back room at Easter Seals, but it'll do, right? Okay. I've also learned that a blanket needs to go over my legs, otherwise I get quite chilly when I'm leading this mindfulness practice. Got the timer set. There we go. Like I said, I've got another holiday mug here. This is I think we got these from my neighbor from like a yard sale or something. And they're quite cozy. All right, that's the big update over here on Thursday. How are all of you guys doing? Who do I got out there? Robert, Miss Vivian, hello, you too. Naturally, there's a bunch of emojis and images and comments. I love it, you guys. Love that you're out there. Love that everyone else is out there as well. I love that we are still able to connect. And yeah, we'll keep doing our part over here with the mindfulness. I think the quote today is fantastic. It totally plays into why we do this practice, right? Why we attempt to show up every day and maybe quiet all the mental chatter. So I am going to read it one more time. I think it's totally worth it. Your diet isn't only what you eat. It is what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and the people you hang around. Pay attention to what you feed your soul, not just your stomach, right? And I think sometimes you can feel that, if you've had the news on, or if you're around someone who's negative and you're just pulling in that energy, right? You can feel that. You're ingesting that. So I think this is a great reminder, especially as we go into a very different holiday season. It's already been one that's super chaotic this year. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of negativity already out there. And some of that you can control as far as how much of that are you absorbing? What news sources are you listening to, or how much of anything are you taking in? And it's not to say to ignore it or not be informed, but at some point, right, you got to notice how it's affecting you. And if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, maybe turn off the news for a night. Pick up a good book. Pick up something that's going to feed your soul. Call a friend that you know will be able to put a smile on your face. Right? So just being mindful of everything that we ingest, not just the food we eat. And so to that, this mindfulness practice, right? That's exactly what we're trying to do here, is to shut out all of the other negativity and give ourselves, even if it's just 20 minutes, which is what I set this timer for, 20 minutes to stop with the negativity. Stop with the worry. Try to let go of it. And that's not easy, right? And I'm not trying to tell you to necessarily turn your brain off. We want our brains for processing and thinking and planning and all that, but to not let our brains take control, right? So if a thought comes in, if a worry comes in, that's okay, right? Like I said, we don't want our brains to turn off. We want them to be doing all that, but we don't want to let that thought linger and control and focus and then manifest in our bodies, right? So if a distracting thought comes in, notice it, say, oh, look at that, and then let it go. Of course, that sounds so easy. I know it's a little harder when it's an actual practice, but that's the idea of it. And that's why we show up every day to it. That's why we call it the practice, right? So that we can continue to work through this process. So all of that being said, we will go ahead and continue with our just one breath practice that we've been doing all week. And the goal here is to just release, relax, and tune into your breath, right? It sounds pretty simple, and ideally it should be that simple. We're just watching every inhale and every exhale. That's your focus, right? Kind of like watching waves in the ocean. You see them as they come in, and you watch them as they go out. Let that breath be that wave for you. Let it be your focus, right? Watching as it comes in and watching as it goes out. Good. So again, wherever you're at, find a nice, comfortable, relaxed seat. If you're at home and you want to take this lying down, as long as that's safe and comfortable, feel free. And then as always, I will lead you guys through this, right? We'll hear two bells. One will indicate that our time has started, and the second will indicate that our practice has ended. What you do with that time in between is entirely up to you. I simply invite you to arrive, Let yourself show up and let yourself just be. So once again, I invite you for the next several minutes to allow yourself to arrive. Let go of any agenda. Let go of any expectations. See if you can put down all of your worries, maybe any fears. Anything that's distracting you from this moment. Give yourself permission to let it go. Release that weight. Clear the mental chatter. Start to tune into right here, right now. Let your body soften. Let your mind relax. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Really soften your gaze. Start to turn all of your attention, all of your focus, turn it inward. Letting go of any external distractions. Let yourself begin to see yourself. With your eyes closed, can you visualize? Can you picture? Can you imagine? Using the mind's eye, allow yourself to observe yourself. Seeing you as you are, from head down to your toes, front of the body to the back, your left side to your right side, inside to out. Allow yourself to see yourself, feel yourself, sense yourself. Both physical and energetic bodies. Acknowledging you as you are, one complete being. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. With eyes still closed, when you're ready, start to bring your awareness, bring all of your attention to your breath. See if you can watch the breath. Watch it as it travels into the body, and watch it as it leaves the body. See it, feel it, sense it as it travels in through the nostrils, swirls in the throat, pours down into the lungs. And then watch it in reverse as it leaves the lungs, passes back through the throat and out the nose, out the mouth. Let yourself visualize the path of the breath, traveling in and traveling it out. Traveling in and traveling out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. In, out. Continue breathing in this way, letting the breath be your only focus, putting all of your awareness on your breath and seeing it for what it is. Life-giving, form-changing, energy igniting. Watching the breath in, watching the breath out. Watching the breath in, watching the breath out. And knowing that at if any point you get distracted, your mind wanders, your thoughts go elsewhere, that's okay. That's normal. That happens. Acknowledge the distraction. Notice where your thoughts went, just for a moment. And then as quickly as you got distracted, allow yourself to come back. Give yourself permission to start again. Refocus on the breath. Reconnect with this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. In, out. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, if you need a more concrete point of focus, someplace physical on the body where you can truly feel the breath, where you have an easier time seeing the breath, I invite you to find that spot. Find that place. Let it be your anchor. Maybe it's the nostrils, where you can feel the rush of air traveling in and traveling out. Maybe it's the mouth or the back of the throat, feeling the warm air swirl around through each cycle of breath. Maybe it's the lungs or the rib cage, watching the chest rise and fall with every inhale and every exhale. Maybe it's the low belly, sensing just below your navel, feeling it jut out and soften back in. Watching, feeling, wherever this point is for you, whether it's the breath itself or a physical point on your body. Let your focus stay there. Let your attention follow that anchor point. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just as the anchor steadies a ship, so too can the breath steady your mind. Coming back to this very moment. Coming back to every inhale and every exhale. Allowing the breath to connect you to the present. The very thing that's happening right here, right now. Watching as you breathe in, watching as you breathe out. Watching as you breathe in, watching as you breathe out. In, out, in, out. If you haven't already, or you want to try again, I invite you to observe the breath for one full cycle. Watching one inhalation in its entirety, immediately followed by one exhalation, all the way to the end. Watch and feel, sense the breath in, and sense the breath out. Seeing the rhythm of each breath. Following the path as it enters into the body. And then watch as it transforms into the exhale, leaving the body. If you get distracted within that cycle, that's okay. Try again. Notice where your mind went, and then come back to the breath. Watching the inhale, followed by the exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you're able to observe for one full breath, try for two. If you can follow for two without interruption, Observe for 3. If you've got 3 down, try for 4. And if you're able to watch for 4, just keep going. Keep following the breath. Keep feeling the breath. Observing the breath. Every inhale and every exhale. Again, knowing that if at any point you lose your focus, your thoughts get distracted, that is okay. Give yourself permission to try again, to start over, just by following the inhale and following the exhale. Knowing that as long as the breath is moving, you have infinite amount of opportunities to begin again, to refocus on the breath, reconnect with this moment, return to the present. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming into the final few minutes of our practice, I will let go of my verbal guidance and continue to breathe with all of you. We'll hear one final bell, indicating that our time has ended. Until then, just keep breathing. Watching every inhale. Watching every exhale. Watching every inhale. Watching every exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Maybe another breath in and a breath out. Allow yourself to let go of any point of focus, any anchor spots. Start to feel back into your entire body, physical, energetic. Maybe wiggle the toes, move your fingers. If you wish to stay here, breathing, focusing on this moment, by all means, please do so. Otherwise, as you're ready, when you're ready, softly blink the eyes open. Come on back into the space. Maybe deepen the breath. Start to wake up the body a little more. For all of you that dozed off, no worries, start to come to. As always, thank you guys so much for continuing to tune in, continuing to connect with us. I am so grateful for your participation. I'm so grateful for your presence. We love being able to still connect with all of you guys, whether you're in person or at home. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It's still pretty chilly out there, so stay warm. We will be back again at 1 o'clock. Our rehabilitative strengthening. Alex and Jamie have been leading the way with that. They're doing wonderful. So we hope you guys continue to tune into that as well. If we don't see you this afternoon, we will be back again tomorrow morning, Friday, last day of the week. And 10 o'clock, another morning mindfulness. So hope to see you either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Either way, have a great rest of your day. And as always, continue to take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Thanks so much.